In a small coastal town in Kenya, there lived a boy named Eli. Every morning, he helped his mother sell fruit near the harbor. Ships from different countries arrived there, huge ships with colorful flags, rich travelers, and containers full of goods Eli could barely imagine. One day, a tourist asked him, "What do you want to become when you grow up?" Eli smiled nervously. "Maybe I'll own a fruit cart like my mother." The tourist looked surprised. "Why not own one of those ships?" Eli laughed loudly. "People like me don't own ships." But that night, those words stayed in his mind like a song he couldn't stop hearing. Why not? For the first time in his life, Eli allowed himself to think bigger than his surroundings. From that day, everything changed, not outside, but inside. He began spending evenings near the port, talking to sailors. He learned bits of English, then business words, then how trade worked between countries. While other boys laughed at impossible dreams, Eli secretly wrote goals on scraps of paper. "One day, I will travel. One day, I will build something bigger than this town." Years passed. Life was still difficult. Storms destroyed their market twice. His father became ill. Many times, Eli almost gave up. But big thinking does something powerful. It keeps the mind searching for possibilities instead of excuses. At 22, Eli saved enough money to take a cargo job on a ship. He visited cities he had only seen in magazines: Dubai, Singapore, Rio, Mumbai. Everywhere he went, he noticed something important. The people building big businesses, creating inventions, and changing lives were not superhuman. They simply believed bigger was possible. That realization changed him forever. After years of work, Eli returned to his hometown with an idea. Fishermen in the town lost money because they had no proper storage for fish. Eli built a small cooling center using borrowed money and modern technology he had learned abroad. People mocked him again. Too expensive. Too ambitious. It will fail. But within 2 years, fishermen earned 3 times more because their fish stayed fresh longer. Nearby towns copied the idea. Then investors arrived. Then jobs arrived. A decade later, Eli owned one of the largest seafood export companies in East Africa. One evening, standing near the same harbor where he once sold fruit, a young girl approached him. "Sir," she asked shyly, "how did you become successful?" Eli looked at the giant ships in the water and smiled. "It started the day I stopped asking what was realistic," he said, "and started asking what was possible." The girl thought quietly for a moment. Can someone from a small town really change the world? Eli pointed toward the ocean. Every ocean wave begins as a tiny ripple. Never let small beginnings decide the size of your dreams. And that is the power of thinking big. When people think small, they see limits. When people think big, they see opportunities. A small mind waits for permission. A big mind creates possibility. Your life often grows only as far as your thinking does.